Hey everyone, Coach Mike here from Spartanburg. We got a nice little core workout for you. We're going to work everything from the shoulders to the hips, obviously working the core, everything into the obliques and transverse. Make sure you have a nice safe space, and let's get going and have some fun. So I want to start off in what we call an ape reach. So we're going to start into kind of a squatting position, feet about shoulder width apart, drop into that squat. From here, we're going to start by reaching as far forward as we can, kind of rounding out our back. So on the side, rounding out our back. As we come up, we're going to open that chest up, almost think peacock the chest up, squeeze those shoulder blades, and then go back and forth between the two. Just round out the spine, round out those shoulders, come back up, and open up. Now if they're holding that squat's too much, drop down to the knees. Same idea, push those hips back, round that spine out. As we come up, squeeze those glutes, pull those hips up, and squeeze those shoulder blades. We're going to go back and forth 2 more times here. And 1 more. Round that spine out. Feel your vertebrae kind of rotating, or not rotating, rounding out here. And squeeze. And relax. From here, we're going to go into a world's greatest stretch. So let's start in a lunging position. One leg in front, opposite leg is going to be straight. Whatever leg's back, same arm's going to be on the ground. From here, opposite hand going to be on the inside of that knee. So just like so. From here, all we're doing is going to rotate up to the sky, keeping this hand on the ground, keeping that back leg straight. Come through. I like to try to rotate, thread the needle through my opposite arm, and then get a little hamstring stretch. We're going to go on the outside of that leg. Try to straighten that front leg out. Feel that hamstring stretch. I'm going to go 3 times on each side. Just back and forth. Rotating through. Hand on the outside of that leg. Pick that toe up. Straighten that foot out. 1 more time. Rotating up. And down. And straighten that front side up. Alright, let's go same thing on that other side. So my left leg's in front, straightening that right leg, right arm's going to be on the ground. Rotating up through that left side. Again, trying to get some rotation through the spine, through that shoulder. Come down, again I like to thread the needle, try to get some rotation the other way. And then straighten out. You'll notice one side is going to be a little bit tighter than the other. My left hamstring is super tight, so I can't get as far. Perfectly fine, perfectly natural. 2 more times. And straighten. Last one here. Feel every part of your body working here. Every little muscle in here getting some stretch. And relax. Alright, let's finish off in a quadruped with abduction. So, quadruped position, we're going to go hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips on all 4s. We're going to take one leg, kick it straight out to the side. Now all we're going to do from here is add a little rocking. So we're going to push our hips straight back, trying to keep that leg straight, keep that foot on the ground. You're going to feel that stretch on the inner thigh, and then relax. I like to think, if I took my water bottle, put it right on my back, as we're rotating back or pushing back, we're not going to feel our water bottle move. We're going to feel that water bottle right on that low back. Feel it stay perfectly still. And then come back in. We're going to go 5 times. Again, just pushing the hips straight back, right behind us. 1 more time here. I almost like to think I'm almost pushing my arms away from my body as we're rotating or pushing back here. Let's go same thing on that other side. Just like with every other stretch, we'll work on one side. You're going to feel one side a little bit tighter, a little bit more tense. Perfectly natural, perfectly normal. Whether you sit a certain way, have injuries in the past, that's a normal feeling here. 1 more time. And relax. All right, let's get going for circuit one. So we got 3 exercises for circuit one. We're gonna go 20 seconds of work on each exercise for a total of 5 rounds. Now the key here, only rest we're doing is after we finish 1 round, we're gonna have 20 seconds of rest between that second round. So 3 exercises, 20 seconds, 20 seconds, 20 seconds, rest for 20, repeat into round 2. Going for a total of 5 rounds for this. First exercise, we're gonna start off in a pullover crunch. So we're gonna be lying on our back, legs overhead, arms overhead, fully extended, legs just straight. We're gonna pick our legs up, pick our body up, drive our knees to the chest. As we drive our knees up, pulling our arms up over our knees, just going back and forth for 20 seconds. From there, we're gonna do what we call a DNS Start Pattern. We're gonna be lying on our side, kind of legs bent, elbow under our shoulder. From here, pick the knees up. Now as we come in, we're gonna squeeze our glutes, lift up. As we're lifting up, we're lifting our legs and squeezing our shoulder. It's kind of complicated at first, but lifting our legs, squeezing our shoulder, hold for a second, come back down. Just going back and forth, emphasizing the squeeze of the glutes, emphasizing the squeeze of the shoulder blades. Now if moving through this movement is too much, just hold this position, keep the leg up, keep the glute squeeze, keep the shoulder squeeze. We'll just hold this for 20 seconds. Second round, we'll go on to the other side. Third round, fourth round, we'll go kind of alternating back and forth. Fifth round, we're just gonna hold a plank. So, we're holding a pillar bridge. So we're gonna be here, and then we're gonna add just a little glute squeeze, lifting the legs up. I'll remind you on that 5th round, but that's what we're gonna be doing for the 5th round, just so we have a little bit of a balance. And then last one, mountain climbers. We're gonna add some obliques to this. So we're gonna be in this push-up position. As we're coming up, instead of coming straight up, we're gonna rotate to that opposite elbow, going back and forth, 20 seconds, rotating from side to side. So those are our 3 exercises. We're gonna go, like I said, 5 total rounds. Let me get my clock going. Resting 20 seconds between each round. We're gonna start off with that pullover crunch. Ready to go? Good. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and pullovers. 20 seconds here. Remember, just driving the knees up over the chest, pulling the arms over the knees. Now, if you do have weights, grab those weights in those hands. It's going to add some extra intensity. We got 5 seconds. We're going DNS Start. 2, 1. Let's rotate. So we're working one side. Again, squeeze those glutes. Squeeze those shoulders. Try to keep our hips up the entire time, so we don't want to rest. We want to keep those hips elevated through this movement. If this is too much, just hold. 2, 1, mountain climbers. Remember, going side to side, rotating back and forth. Hands are going to stay under the shoulders. And just rotating through here. 5 seconds. 2, 1, relax. 20 seconds rest. 1 round down, 4 to go. Man, it's hot in here. I'm already breaking a sweat. So remember, if you have a weight, grab that weight, hold that between the hands. It's going to add some extra intensity on those pullover crunches. Round 2, starting at 2, 1, and go. Okay, just keep it moving. Keep it going between the movements here. Moving at our own pace. If pulling your upper body's too much, let's just go reverse crunch. Just pull those legs up. Try to get that little extra lift through those hips. And switch, DNS Start. We're going to that other side now. Squeeze those hips. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Again, hold this position if you need. 5 seconds, we're going to those mountain climbers. 2, 1, rotate. And even if moving through this mountain climber, again, moving at our own pace, but if moving through this is too much, just hold this plank position, keep the hands under the shoulders, and hold. 3, 2, 1, relax. 2 rounds down, 3 to go. Grab a drink. Try to slow our breathing down. Breathing should get heavier and heavier as we're going through these rounds. Should be sweating a little bit more each time too. All right, back to pullovers. 2, 1, round 3. Again, moving at our own pace. We're focused more on the quality of these movements, not necessarily trying to bang out as many reps as we can. Trying to get good quality reps. 3, 2, 1, DNS. Again, squeeze those shoulder blades, squeeze those glutes, lifting up. Hold this position if you need. Keeping the hips up, keeping those shoulders squeezed, keeping those glutes squeezed. You've heard me say crack a peanut before. Same idea. Ready? And rotate, mountain climbers. Keep those hips up. What we don't want to see is our hips riding up to the sky. We don't want to see those hips dropping down. We want to have a straight line from head to toe through this movement. 3, 2, 1. Relax. 3 rounds down. 2 to go. Again, take this time to slow your breathing down. Nice slow inhale through the nose. Nice slow exhale through the mouth. 5 seconds. We're going around 4. Ready? And go. Round 4. Only 2 rounds to go. Really only 2 minutes left to work. Let's finish strong here. Again, do a regular reverse crunch if we need. Drive those hips up. 3 seconds. We're going to Dns Start. 2, 1. Relax. Or sorry, rotate. I'm ahead of myself here. We're not relaxing. Remember, drive those hips up. Remember what I was talking about, crack the butt cheek, or crack the peanut between the butt cheek. Again, sounds weird. 2, 1, mountain climbers. 20 seconds goes quick. Let's finish here. 1 more rest. And then we can take a break, a little bit of a longer break here. 5 seconds. Try to get as much rotation as we can. 2, 1, relax. 20 seconds rest. Halfway, last round coming up. We're going back to our pullover crunches in 5. Ready, 2, 1. Let's finish strong. Last 20 seconds of these. If you need, take a break or drop those legs down. Again, we're focused on the quality of movement. Not necessarily getting as many reps as we can. 3, 2, we're going pillow bridge with leg lift and rotate. Forearms on the ground. Keeping the straight line from head to toe. Squeeze those glutes. Lift those legs up. Halfway. Again, just like with the mountain climbers, keeping those hips straight. We don't want to be up. We don't want to be down. Straight line from head to toe. Squeeze the neck core. And rotate. Mountain climbers. Let's finish strong. We got our last 10 seconds of work. Try to get as much rotation as we can. Shoulders just start to feel a little tight. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Relax. All right. 1 round down. Or sorry, 1 circuit down. Yeah, we're going to repeat that 5 more times. Just kidding. All right. Wipe some sweat off. Run to the bathroom. Grab a drink of water. We're going to take about a 2-minute break, and then we'll get started again with round or circuit 2. Just like before, try to slow our breathing down. Nice deep inhale through the nose. I like to think 2-second inhale through the nose, hold for about a second, 4-second exhale through the mouth, focusing on good posture. That's going to help us slow our breathing down, slow our heart rate down a little bit, kind of relax a little bit more, get us ready for circuit 2. We're going to be focusing on circuit 2, a little bit more of moving while trying to focus on not moving at the same time, if that sounds right. As we move, we're trying to focus more on keeping everything else as stable as possible. I'll remind you about this, but just giving you an idea of what we're doing here. About another minute, minute and a half or so, and we'll get going. I don't know what the weather is there, but it's about like 50-something degrees down here. Sun beating down in my room. It gets warm, it gets toasty. Another minute. Quick heads up, I know next Monday is President's Day, so there are no classes, of course with it being a corporate holiday and everything, so no classes next Monday. As always, we have our YouTube and Instagram that you guys can be checking out and kind of see any of our content, but obviously entirely up to you if you guys want to take the day off or still get some workouts in. We'll be continuing and continuously posting on that. All right, excuse me. So second circuit, we're gonna do the same idea. 20 seconds of work, 3 exercises. We're gonna go 4 rounds this time. Just like before, we're gonna go 20 seconds of one exercise, 20 seconds of the next exercise, 20 seconds of the third. Take a break for 20 and then repeat for a total of 4 rounds. If we have enough time, we may get a 5th round in, we'll see, but we're definitely gonna get 4 rounds in. We're gonna start off with a crab bridge and adding a reach. So the crab bridge, hands gonna be under the shoulders, legs just kind of bent like we were doing a glute bridge, but as we're lifting up, we're squeezing the glutes, holding this position. This is our crab bridge. Now add that reach. As we come up, we're gonna go one hand on the ground, one hand up, and reach. Rotating, reach. Emphasizing that squeeze of the glutes, reach to the sky, get a little bit of extra movement through the shoulder. Big one, like I said, we're working on trying to move without moving everything else. So as we lift, what we don't want to see is our body rotating too much to the point to where we're putting a lot of pressure on that shoulder. We still want to stay kind of a straight line from head to knees. 20 seconds alternating back and forth. From there, straight leg lowering. Lying on the ground, legs just straight to our side, or sorry, straight out. Hands at our side. From here, lifting both legs up, keeping them straight. We're just going to alternate back and forth, which leg's dropping, keeping everything off the ground the entire time. 20 seconds, going back and forth. And last one, pillow bridge with a rotation. So forearms on the ground, just like we were doing on the last exercise. And at rotation, we're gonna drop our hips and rotate our hips each way. 20 seconds, just going back and forth through that movement. We'll rest 20 seconds, repeat that, like I said, 3 more times for a total of 4, potentially 5, because we do have some time here. All right. Let's get started with that crab bridge. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Remember, squeeze those glutes, lifting up to the sky. Try to keep our hips off the ground as we're rotating, so we're still keeping a little bit of shoulder stability through that. If this is too much, you can just hold this crab bridge, this is fine. 5 seconds, we're going straight leg lowering. 2, 1, and rotate. We just drop it to the ground. Opposite arm to opposite leg, or sorry, opposite leg, dropping. The one that's straight up to the sky stays perfectly still as best we can. If you want to add some weight, grab a weight, hold it straight overhead. This is fine. 2, 1, rotate. Pillow bridge with rotation. Rotating hips, dropping those hips down to the ground. Trying to keep them off the ground though. Elbows stay under the shoulders. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Relax. 20 seconds rest. 1 down. At least 3 to go. So as I was saying with that crab bridge, if you need to, just hold this position. You can even add some little taps. Opposites going, lifting up overhead. Or sorry, just tapping back and forth. 2, 1. Back to the crab bridge, round 2. Again, try to lift. If not, just keep our hips up the entire time. Straight line from head to knee. You'll see me checking the time, but you don't necessarily need to be moving your head around. 5 seconds. We're going to straight leg lowering. 2, 1, and switch. Now, as I was saying, if you have a weight that you want to activate the core a little bit, lift that upper body up, hold that weight overhead, Now you're activating that core. You're working that core a little bit harder here throughout this movement. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Pelvic bridge with rotation. Just keep it moving, keep those hips rotated. Try to keep a straight line from head to heel as we're in that top position. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, relax. 20 seconds rest. Round 2 down. Just for time's sake, we probably will only get 4 rounds in. 5 seconds, we're going to that crab bridge. 2, 1, and lift. Round 3. I'm going to hold this position. Like I said, if you guys want, add this little tap where we're alternating between each side. As we're lifting though, notice not much of my body is moving. We don't want to be rotating side to side too much. Just staying strong. 3, 2, 1, relax. Straight leg lowering. 20 seconds goes a lot quicker than you think, huh? 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rotate. Pillar bridge with rotation, and we got one more round. Halfway. Last 5. 3, 2, 1, relax. 20 seconds rest. We got one more round, and then we're done. Well, then we'll finish with a cool down. Halfway through our rest, last 10 seconds of rest. That's right, we're going crab bridge. 3, 2, 1, bridge. Last round here. Just like before, make sure you're squeezing the glutes, keeping those hips up. Hips with glute squeeze should start that movement. Elevate those hips up through there. 3, 2, 1. Straight leg lowering. Remember, straighten those legs out. Try to keep them as straight as possible. If they're bending, just drop those legs just a little bit more. Until you can get them straight. You're gonna feel that movement a lot better through this. And rotate, last exercise. Pillar bridge with rotation. Last 20 seconds of work. I'm trying to keep those hips off the ground, not necessarily dropping them to the ground. As close as we can while still keeping them up. 5 seconds. 2, 1, relax. All right, nice work, guys. Let's go a quick cool down. We're gonna go quadruped hip flexor stretch. So one knee on the ground, one leg right in front. Now thinking like a dog's tail, you've heard me say this before. Think your hips are like a dog's tail. When a dog gets scared, tucks its tail between its legs. Think of our hips, we're trying to tuck our tail, tuck our hips between our legs. And then just a slight lean into that front leg. What I'm gonna do is add a little extra lateral flexion. So I'm taking whatever leg's back, reaching up with that same arm, and flex. We're just gonna hold here for about 20 seconds or so. Again, quick reminder, no classes next Monday. You may hear throughout the classes this week, just with it being President's Day. Let's go same thing on the other side. But again, keep in contact with our YouTube if you guys still want to get a workout in. If you're still doing the challenge and you still want to get a little body weight core workout or a regular body weight exercise in. We've got plenty of workouts on there. And relax. Let's go into a cobra. Last stretch here. Lying on the ground. Hands are going to be under our shoulders. And I almost think I'm like peacocking my chest out. I squeeze my glutes, pull my hips down to the ground, and I just look up into the sky. Get a little low back, a little bit of a core stretch. And let's go into a downward dog. Pushing the hips up. Drive those heels to the ground, straighten those legs out. I almost like to think I'm pulling the mat away from my body with my hands and my feet. Looking between my legs, getting that deep hamstring stretch. And let's just finish off walking our feet all the way up as far as we can to our feet or to our hands. And stand. All done.